Hey guys, I just wanted to talk to you for a minute about the Shaolin method, one of the Shaolin methods for healing your body. I want to say first off that this is in no way a replacement for a good doctor. Think about it for just a minute. Modern medicine has had billions of dollars and hundreds of thousands of man hours of research put into it. It's good stuff, and there's no reason why you can't go to a doctor, especially if you live in Canada. It's free, so go to the doctor. That being said, there are some things you can do to help with the healing process as much as possible. Help your doctor out, if you will. There's a lot of things that you can do sometimes on your own. I'll be talking today about small physical injuries. So, a small physical injury, let's say, well, this wasn't small, but I broke my arm a while back, and when the cast finally came off, it really hurt to turn my hand over. So what I did is I would turn it over for as long as I could until I couldn't stand it anymore. So the first day I would hold it maybe 30 seconds. The next day I would in it 2 minutes. The next day 5 minutes. The next day I went for like 30 minutes and then an hour. And basically after an hour I was totally cured. I'm making it sound like it happened all in 5 days. It took maybe 10 for the pain to go away completely. I didn't do it every single day. I took some days off. But and I didn't start right away because I was still finding the spot. But essentially, what you do with basically it's like physiotherapy, or it's what the Shaolin used to hand down, or martial artists have been handing down for generations. If whatever hurts, you just gently, I want to stress gently, move it in that direction towards the pain. So if it hurts for you to lift your wrist back, you gently, and I say without weight, gently move it against the pain. You don't go past the pain. You're not trying to rip on it. You just gently move against the pain. Okay, so to the left, to the right. I've had students with neck injuries. So you have a neck injury, right? And you just gently get them to turn their head to the left or to the right or up, wherever the pain is. So let's say, for example, it hurts to turn your head to the left. So you gently turn to the left. You don't go past the point and rip on it. That's not good. You feel pain, your first reaction shouldn't be to run towards it or try to beat the pain. The pain is a warning sign from your body. So it's your body saying to you, stop abusing me. Now, maybe you didn't know you were abusing your body, so that's okay. But you really want to listen to your body as much as you can. So you gently turn your head to the side to where the pain starts, and then you stop. And it's a little bit more difficult with like knees, because knees take a lot of, they're always load bearing, and generally this kind of stuff is for non-load bearing things. But with knees, sometimes what you'll do is you grab onto something, a wall, a cliff, a ledge, something, grab onto something that'll hold your weight, and you gently lower your body about 1/4 of the way down, bend your knee, and pull yourself back up, lifting up. And you do that, you can rebuild your knees. Now, I'm one to talk because I've had knee injuries, my whole life on and off. And looking back since COVID, I can tell you that a portion of that was overtraining. So overdoing it. Don't do that. You can stop. You can take a break. Sometimes staying off of things is the best thing. But if you've been staying off of it for a while and it's not really getting that much better, you can try moving against the pain. So if it hurts to like extend your arm. Or I've had students with shoulder injuries. And again, with shoulders, you got to be really, really, really careful, because they have a variety of different moves. But you just gently move it against the pain through, gaining as much range of motion as you can. And until you can do the full range of motion with no pain, right? And then people are like, well, then you add weight. Well, maybe sometimes weight is good, but I would say increase the reps till you can do 10 or 20 or 30 without pain. And then you add in a very, very small amount of weight. 1 pound, 2 pounds, especially with shoulders, because the weight is, as you reach out further, the weight is multiplied. So you don't really want to just jump into like a 40-pound weight. That being said, when you are injured, you can work out the rest of your body. So if your right hand, your right arm is injured, you can always just do push-ups on the left hand. That's fine. I'm not going to stop you. You can do all your blocks, all your punches, just the left hand, right? And I had a student who had a injury for a long time on one side, could barely move the one arm. I can't remember which side now, but he got really good with the other side, let me tell you. 2 years, he got really good with the other side. Had a student who couldn't do push-ups, did lots of crunches, did lots of sit-ups. So there's always something you can do if you're willing. Now, I know it's, well, we're not doing classes, but we will be starting up hopefully soon. But if you get injured or if you can't do something, you can always do something else. And as long as you don't let your mind get in the way, your ego get in the way, then it's not a bad thing. So always listen to your body. Always be careful. Always go to the doctor. Go to the doctor before you do anything. Okay? And then, of course, if it's a physical injury of some kind, sometimes you can just gently work it out, work it back in, and it becomes like new. It's like it never happened. Now, that's just one way. We have methods where we can fix things with the mind. That's a whole other can of worms, but it's not a fix, but it definitely, just by using the mind, you can dull the pain. And sometimes that's majorly the problem. The joint works fine, but for some reason you're getting a pain signal. You can kind of program your mind to not feel that pain. That doesn't mean you shouldn't go to the doctor, because that's the other thing about martial artists. They tend to be tough guys. Well, all guys sometimes tend to be tough guys at some point until they go to the doctor when it's too late. Go to the doctor before it's too late. This is Canada. It's free. Go to the doctor. And if you're American and you have insurance, just use that insurance, man. Just use it. It's always better to go first, right? But sometimes the doctor's just going to say, listen, you're in some pain. It doesn't seem that serious. You don't require surgery. I'm just going to give you some painkillers. That is, well, take the painkillers if you really need them. But sometimes you can overcome little bits of pain, small amounts of pain, just by exercising it out. Not that fast. It would actually be very slow, very gently, moving against the pain. So if the doctors can't help you, sometimes there's other methods that can help you. You know, it's crazy, but I've just talked to people about their injuries long enough, given them advice, taught them some meditations and things like that. And then I end up speaking with them months later, years later. So how's that knee? How's that leg? How's that arm? You're like, I haven't, since we had that talk, I never even really felt it. And I mean, that's the power of the mind. If you just give that part of your body or whatever it is, wherever it is, the attention that it needs, the mental attention, sometimes that's enough. Don't ask me how that works. There are some studies that I can use to back this up and blah, 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 but the placebo effect, the effect of the mind on the body. But, I mean, I'm not in any way saying don't go to the doctor. Go to the doctor and get the placebo effect, the mind training. But today I wasn't really talking about mind training. I'm talking about actual physical training. Turning the hand, moving the arm, moving the body. Mind training is a whole thing. It takes sometimes an hour to explain. I've been doing short videos lately, and this video is already 8.5 minutes, 9 minutes. But so healing the body takes time. Remember that. Healing the body takes time. It takes effort. It's not always fun to do, but it can be done. And also, overtraining is a thing. You can train too hard, beat yourself up too long. If you're always in pain all the time, you're probably overtraining that part of the body. Time to take a rest. Months, years, weeks. Don't overtrain. Don't overtrain. Always go to the doctor. After you go to the doctor, if I can help you out. So talk to me or talk to one of the other masters, one of the other teachers. We usually have some advice that people have found useful. It's not a replacement for a doctor, though.